Hi guys, it's Daniel here, and today I'll be showing you how to take your picture to the next level. I mean, from something like this into something like this.
Meanwhile, this picture was taken using a Redmi phone, and I'll also be editing on my phone using just 3 apps. And also I'll be putting timestamp of all the apps, so if there's anyone that you already know before, you can just skip that and go to wherever you want to go. So without further philandering, let's dive in. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is we want to blur out the background. That is the first process, and we'll be using an app called
Afterfocus.
So let's just open that. So once that is open, I'll open my album. Then you look for the picture you want to use, but in this case I think I'll be using my own picture. Okay, let's use this. Then it will bring out which method do you prefer to select the focus area. You have the smart, the manual, then the AI. So this is how it works. The smart will allow you to select an area and it will automatically blur that area, whereby manual is you have to paint wherever you want to blur, you have to paint it manually yourself. And AI, which is artificial intelligence, will automatically detect the elements in the picture and it will differentiate it from the surrounding. So in order to save time, I'll be using AI, then I will manually correct it. So let's just go to continue. And as you can see, it has helped me to detect the elements, which is me and the picture. Then I'll just go on and adjust it a little bit. So in order to erase a particular spot, you can use this third button here, and as you can see, it has erased. To put it back on, that's just it. And these buttons here, these are the size of the brush. You have the smallest and the largest. And this button here is used if you want to zoom in, if there's a particular area that you're working on and you cannot access it easily. You can use this feature, which will help you to paint over that area while zoomed in. So that is that. And here is the undo button if I want to undo to my last step. Okay, if you want to zoom out, you can use 2 hands and 2 hands again to zoom in and out, as you can see. Okay, I'm through. By the time you finish all this process and you want to see a picture that you fall in love with, then I'll advise you to take time. You have to be patient with the adjustments and everything. If not, it's not going to be worth it, and you don't want to do that. So once you're done, just press next, and as you can see, it has worked its magic. Now you can bring out the blur here. I will not be changing much, but let me just show you what this page is all about. You have the motion blur, if that is what you want to use. Then there's zoom blur. Okay, I'll be using the lens blur. You can blur it and you can reduce it whichever way you want to go about it. So something like this I think is okay. Then you have the feather, which will help you to smoothen the edges of the picture. And lastly, you have the anti-alias edge. If you want to use it, you can go on, but I will not be using it. So next we have the aperture, we have the fading background. You can try any of this out and see if you would like it. Then you have filter, whereby I can change the filter of either the background or the foreground. I can change the background to black and white. That is how that works. Or you can change everything as a whole. I'll not be using any of this, so I'll choose no effects. Then next you have the effects, where you have the vignetting, which will help you to put a black shadow on the edges of the picture, something like this. Alright, I'll not be using this. Let's close it out. Then we have color mask, we have stickers, and you have sharpen. We'll not be using any of this. If you don't want to lose any quality, you can just go to settings and change the maximum size to original. That will keep the size of the image the same, and then go and save. So after that, the next thing we want to be doing is we want to adjust the color of the picture. That is very important, and in order to do that, we'll be using an app called Adobe Lightroom. I'm sure most of you would know what that is by now. So let's move into our Adobe Lightroom. and you want to import your picture, go to files. Alright, so once that is added, you can go on. Everything we'll be doing in Lightroom varies because the condition in which this picture was taken is not going to be the same as your own. This picture, for example, was taken in a sunny environment, that is in the afternoon, so all the adjustment I'll be making will not make sense on pictures that are taken in the evening. So all you need to do is understand the basics of color adjustments, and in fact I have done videos that talked about color grading and how to understand the concepts. I'll put a link to that video in the description, or you can click on it because it will appear in the right hand side in 3, 2, 1. So all you have to do is play with the sliders in Lightroom until you find a sweet spot for your picture. With that being said, let's go. That is all I'll be doing in Lightroom. If you want to see before and after, just hold anywhere on your screen, and as you can see, this is before and this is after. Alright, so let's save that. Save to device. Once that is done, you can close this. Now we are at the last step. This is actually not compulsory, but you can use it to spice up your picture, to make the picture come alive. So this is where we're adding all the effects we want to use. For this picture, I'll just use a flare and that will be all. In order to get that, just go to Google and search for sun flare .png. It is important to use PNG. So I'll download any of this and let's move on to the third app. So the last app I'll be using is PicsArt, which is also quite popular. You want to select your picture. You want to go to add photo. So you select the effect you downloaded. Select this one. Then you change the blend mode to screen. And then you can resize it to whatsoever size you want. So I'll be putting it somewhere around here, and I think this is looking okay for me. And after that, you want to go and save it by going to save. So that will be the end of this tutorial. That is how you can change your picture from this into something like this. Well, nothing's changed. I only added my own watermark, and if you want to do something like that for yourself, I have a video about that. I'll link that also in the description below. If you are new to this channel, I have videos about graphics design, about photo editing, photo manipulations, a whole lot of them that can keep you engaged and will help you to learn more. And by the way, if you have not subscribed yet, please do. That is the only way to support me, as I'm doing all this for free. So thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.